Hey everybody, this is CPRoll43 with a new update for you guys. So, not really a whole lot on anything else but just locomotives and stuff. I've been doing a whole bunch of work on the AC44, GP38, and the GP9. And I'm currently working on the AC44. This is just like a few hour job with some wiring and stuff like that. And then I've been working on the other two locomotives for the past few days, so I'll just go over that with you guys, and then I have just some new items that will help me with my projects and stuff. Plus, I guess I'll just go on to this. As you can see over here, I've got a DCC board here, this super gigantic one, and two trucks fully geared and ready to be powered and stuff like that. So what I did is I looked at the DD40AX, saw that I wasn't using it anymore, and also saw that that there was some very useful parts inside of it. So I just gutted it, and the chassis and shell is all that's left. So I have the DCC adapter board here with the DC jumper plug in the 8-pin plug there, and then I have the trucks here, the DD style axle with the 8 wheels, or 4-axle trucks, and I'm going to be using the parts for an upcoming locomotive that I have coming in sooner or later, and I will have more details on that one. No, it's not the Rapido GMD1, it's another locomotive, but again, more details when it arrives. So in the meantime, I've been kind of working around all over the place. I was able to do some electrical stuff with with some new solder that I picked up from Canadian Tire yesterday. This is Burns-O-Matic electrical Rosencore solder, lead-free. I prefer lead-free because I don't like the risk of lead poisoning and stuff like that, so it's best to go lead-free. It's silver bearing. What are the dimensions here? It is 0.062 inches or 1.6 millimeters. And on the package, or it says right here, 3 ounces or 85 grams. So definitely what I need for doing the work. Took a lot of money out of my wallet though, some money that I could have saved up, but it's one of the things that I need right now, so that money can be spent. So I've been using it, and I'll show you what I used it for the first time for. I've been working on the AC44 again, and I have been planning for a little while now to get some special boards that are DCC boards for the to replace these Athearn boards, and those boards will allow me to hopefully use LEDs instead of the Athearn incandescents that are always ignored and disliked by many modelers, and Athearn never seems to switch because they are, as said, prototypical. Sure, they may be a little bit prototypical in my opinion, but the LEDs, you can get different color styles that are just as close to the prototype, and they last way longer, blowing the incandescent bulb right out of the water. So yeah, I have this apart, and I'll show you what I did here. Just let me unplug my iPod, it's been charging a little bit. So sorry this may get a little bit shaky here, but I want to show you what I did here. So when you remove this clip here, I guess, just be careful because there's a spring right there. So careful, and I'll warn you guys that this may be a bit shaky because I'm using my left hand for holding the camera, but as you can see here, I soldered a wire on, and that is just in case the Athearn replacement DCC board that's coming in doesn't have a contact like this one where it will just stick on top. So this right here will allow me to just wire it up, and it's ready for to be used by the motor. So that's what I've been doing here, and then I've got the wire leads to the trucks apart and everything, so I'm doing a little bit of electrical work. So, but everything's going smoothly at least. Onto the GP38 here, I have finished that little white line, and it didn't turn out very well at all, In fact, it went right downhill when I was removing the tape because the paint, I guess, was stuck to the tape a little bit, and then it came off in chunks. So now I have this jagged white line across here. You can thank the camera for making it look a little bit more smoother, but it's really jagged in person. And then I've also took the weathering, or most of the weathering, off the dynamic brake blister. I watched a video by Model Railroader. Turns out that I was doing my powder weathering wrong, and I also have to get some another can of dull coat, because you can see here it's just sputtering it was sputtering giant drops of coating, and it's just heavy and icky and stuff. So I'm gonna have to get some more dull coat, and then what I'll do is I'll just respray it, powder weather it, and then give it another coat, and that will help keep the weathering adhering onto the dull coat, or dynamic brake blister. So that's basically what's happening with those two locomotives. The GP9, I'm planning on doing the same as for the AC44 board, and also I have kind of done a little bit of work on the footboards. I moved them a bit lower, so they're kind of hanging at about a halfway point here. Can't exactly see it, but underneath you can see where I haven't painted there, and then I have to paint up on top because that's where the footboards were covering in the first place. So that's what I have to do, and a little bit of work, but everything should go smoothly and as planned. And I can't wait for that new locomotive that's coming in, and again, more details on that when it arrives. So that's pretty much it with this update. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, this is CP Roll 43, and good luck.